Are women choosing roles based on what works for them and not what works for the relationship?
Yes, they absolutely do. I believe that um, today's women are focused on their happiness. And so when you're focused on your own happiness, that's automatically like individualism. And so, of course, they're focused on what works for them, and then the relationship comes separate. Um, it's just the way it is.
All right, Andrea, same question for you. Are women choosing roles based on what works for them and not what works for the relationship, in your opinion?
I don't know. I haven't really, I don't know. Because I don't even feel comfortable giving my opinion because these people think I'm trying to like attack the black
Okay,
society.
let's just stay on the question here.
I don't even know how to share my own opinion because I feel like
Just share your opinion. Are women choosing roles based on what works for them and not what works for relationships?
I just, sure, yes, I do think that women are possibly choosing roles that work for them because they want to. I think every person who enters into a relationship is choosing roles that work for them. I don't understand. Like that's what I'm saying. These questions are. It's like if you're in a healthy relationship, you're there because there's something that they're doing that is healthy in how you guys are operating. If you're in a healthy relationship, so they're gonna play a certain role that you need them to be the best partner for you, and vice versa. So I guess like at the same time they both can exist. Like I don't know.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Got a question for the men. I'm coming to Sweeney with this one. Have you ever been with a woman who rejected your authority but still expected your protection and money?
No.
All right. What about you, Mark?
100%. Yes, it has happened. Yes.
Well, let me add some context to my answer. I've been with my wife since I was 21. So, to be honest with y'all, I was a college kid for the most part when I was dealing with most of the women that I did before my wife. So there was no opportunity for me to have to. I was a broke college student, so there was no opportunity for me to do that, and I wasn't in no relationship at the time. So just to add a little context to the answer.
Okay, that makes sense. I think that helped out a lot of folks. You said you have had it happen to you, right, Mark? Can you give us a little bit of the story?
I mean, without getting too personal and deep, but that it's just kind of the way of the world. A lot of this whole idea of modern women is not new, JR. We can all agree on this. Like I know the young lady has her perspectives, but even her perspectives are not new. These have been around for a long time. So, yeah, I ran into a situation with a person I was engaged to, where she rejected my authority, but still expected me to do my part as a man. And the way that I dealt with said situation was to just walk away and be done with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's only so much arguing you can do. There's only so much back and forth before you begin to compromise yourself as a man and lose your peace and all this weird stuff. So you just got to say, hey, this isn't working. Let's back off. And then you go locate what it is that you're looking for.
I do want to bring this into the panel. Have you ever seen a situation, doesn't necessarily have to be you, but where a wife maybe rejected authority in the marriage? And how do you think that comes about? And how do you solve for that issue? Because the world keeps moving, and I'm pretty sure people get influenced. If you guys are not in tune within your marriage, people are seeking information outside of the marriage. People are talking to other folks, and other folks are coming in having an opinion or say so on how your marriage goes. You may not realize it, but it happens every day. If you go to one of them jobs and you hear them talking and getting advice, they bring that advice home. So have you guys ever seen that happen? And did it stay that way? How does someone go about even correcting an issue like that?
Can I tackle that?
Unfortunately, you can't. I mean, you just gotta You can go to counseling. You can try to get, use external resources to come in and help you with that. But the way it happens is you have a lot of women coming in marriages with the bait and switch. You had a lot of women coming in marriages still stringing along a circle that doesn't serve the best interest of the marriage moving forward. And a lot of these women that are anti-marriage or against anything that's nuclear family or filling these women's head with this toxic information that causes the downfall of the relationship. You got a lot of the women's habits that she's still carrying along that's not conducive for a marriage, is TV shows and entertainment and music artists that she's inspired by. They make changes in their lives and they try to adjust their lives to theirs. I've been a victim of a situation like this before. I wasn't necessarily married to the woman, but I had a girlfriend that I was actually cohabitating with, and I was paying for everything, like all of the bills and everything. And I had one simple request one day that literally broke in the relationship. I told her, "Hey, look, I've been working all day. I went to the grocery store last Friday and I put some steaks in there. I would like you to cook me a steak, medium well, have it ready for me. And I want some head when I get in the door." And when I came home, she did none of that. So I ended up having to put her ass out. I gave her another
Hey, Darwin,
authoritative.
did you say victim? You said you
Yeah,
was a victim.
yeah. I gave her. I used my authority, and amidst that, and I didn't get what I wanted, and I was still expected to protect and provide, and it was manipulation, and it was very unfair for me. So I had to put an end to it.
Can I tackle that real fast, Jr.? Nothing to do with what the brother said, but to address that, a lot of times when women in a marital situation propose rejection or start to show signs, it's really not what's being projected in front of you at the moment. There's something that y'all are not on the same page about and that needs to be discussed. There's something that's underlying there that y'all haven't talked about. There's been some type of mistrust or some type of misstep that y'all really need to get to the bottom of. And in a marriage, you will experience that multiple times. You're going to bump heads. Nobody's on the same wave 24/7. It just doesn't happen. So what you have to do, gentlemen, if you are in a marriage and your wife is kind of switching up on you before you, end the nuptials, try to figure out what's going on. Where's the miscommunication at? Why are y'all not on the same page? It could be financial, something to do with life, something pertaining to the kids, the way you're raising them. It could be just day-to-day things. She could be missing some intimacy. There's so many different things that could be going on. So if, the purpose of a marriage is to be long lasting and long suffering. So if you have it within you and you have something left in your reservoir and you're not completely empty, just try to dig deep and figure out what happened first. And then if it doesn't get resolved, pull a Darwin. You heard?
Oh, DJ, we were speaking about this the other day when I was talking about the way that I was dating prior to 25.
Mm-hmm.
And that prevented me from falling into that process where I was in a relationship where I was getting disrespected, because it was all like sexual encounters, and it would take so much more for me to entertain making it an actual relationship that kind of was troubleshooted out prior to me moving forward, because the choosing or the vetting wouldn't have allowed me to if I felt like I was going to be disrespected or she wasn't going to listen to the things I was requesting, then I wouldn't have entertained that longer than that tryst. So in my experience, that like kind of saved me from that specific perspective.